Engin Terzi used to call others the enemy of East versus West. Now he's becoming one himself. He's out there to destroy East versus West. The same East versus West that he himself created with so much love and so much passion. It will all over be WL versus PAL again. Some athletes will stay with East versus West. Some will go to Engin's new league, which I'm quite sure he's going to create soon, and there will be this divide again. We will not get to see the top arm wrestlers compete against each other. Within the last few hours, East versus West has fallen apart, like completely fallen apart. And I can tell you, it was a planned, coordinated attack from this person, Engin Terzi. Everything, at least for the general public, started with this post from Sergey Kalinishenko. Kalina was complaining about not getting paid at King of the Table 12 and a bunch of other problems since Robert Baxter took over. They were even transferring him money in dollars and not euros so that they can save a little bit of extra money. They didn't give him room to stay with his coach, only a single room perhaps, or maybe even on sharing. Kamil Jablonski also commented that he also got robbed. They don't want him to beat Devon Larratt again. They're trying to protect Devon, and a bunch of other issues. Oleg Petrenko, I support you. I'm stopping my performances at East versus West. Petro Margarinth, he also felt some unpleasant moments. He also didn't get paid at King of the Table 14, and he also stands with Engin Terzi and won't compete at East versus West or King of the Table anymore. Ivan Matushenko, I'm with sad news. I recently learned that there have been some major changes in the East versus West organization, and not for the better. The organization seems to choose the wrong way, and I cannot be a part of it in this case. Ibrahim Sagov, dear friends, I want to inform you that I am leaving East versus West because it was comfortable for me to work with Engin, and today, as you may know, Engin left the league. I appeared there at Engin's call, and in the future I want to cooperate with him. Kamil Jablonski is also not going to compete there anymore. Since the boss is leaving, he is leaving too. Gennady Quickvinia, I read that it is not Engin's East versus West anymore. Therefore, no reason to stay in the league. So Gennady is also out. Who else is out? Denis Siplenkov and David Dadikian. David and I work and will only work with Engin. He behaved with dignity and integrity towards us. Therefore, we will only cooperate with him. Between all of this, Matt Rhodes also commented. Matt used to be a shareholder in King of the Table. He was also not happy when these contracts were introduced without his knowledge behind his back. And for that reason, he is currently in some legal battles with East versus West and King of the Table. You can see in this private message screenshot that Engin Terzi is also not a part of this anymore. He said that the organizers even wanted Engin to put 4 American referees. So probably it is again going towards what Kamil was saying, that they don't want the American guys to lose. They want them to win. Devon Larratt is the only person who has shown some public support for East versus West by going against Engin Terzi. After the fire, the forest is always greener. Good times ahead, East versus West arm wrestling. Then he created another Facebook post, United we win, East versus West sports. So why did I say that this was all a coordinated attack? I was informed by someone about 30 hours ago that this is going to happen today. And it's not just a coincidence that all of these arm wrestlers are posting the same thing in almost the same language at the same time. Obviously, Engin Terzi asked all of them to do this. He asked all of them to show support to him and go against East versus West and Robert Baxter. These relationship problems, they don't just happen overnight. So when even until last month, Engin was saying that Robert is the best person to take East versus West to the next level, to take it to the mainstream level, maybe he was lying. The problems were still existing even at that time. And I'm not saying that these arm wrestlers are lying or anything. Obviously, when someone is saying that they didn't get paid, they cannot be lying. They must be telling the truth. And I'm not even saying that Robert Baxter is a better promoter than Engin Terzi. Even I think that Engin was doing a better job. But these arm wrestlers are loyal to Engin. They are not loyal to arm wrestling. They will say whatever Engin asks them to say, whatever they are told to say by Engin. If it is freezing cold in Russia and Engin asks Dennis to make a post that it is boiling hot outside, guess what? He's going to do exactly that. How many times we have seen this same script play all over again? Igor asking arm wrestlers to pledge their loyalty to His Highness against Devon Larratt and Michael Todd. And they all did that. Even Dave Chaffee was reading the script. And now the same guys are doing the same for Engin Terzi. They have done this before as well, when Engin asked them to make a post against the live stream commentators. So I was a part of that attack at that time. Guys like Morozov, Dadikian, Vovoda, Babkin, Dennis, they didn't even know what a live stream commentary is, and yet they made posts against that. So in the past it was Igor and now it is Engin Terzi. Nothing has changed. These arm wrestlers will do and they will say whatever they are told to say. But I saw through all of this. Even when Engin asked Robert and Kirill to apologize publicly for apparently no reason, for hurting Levan Saginashvili's feelings, maybe that was also an attempt by Engin Terzi to turn the fans of arm wrestling and also Levan Saginashvili against Robert Baxter. And now Engin Terzi is apologizing for the bad streaming quality? Really? When people used to complain to Engin about the bad streaming quality, the bad audio quality, these same issues, when Engin was organizing, he used to call them the enemy of the sport, the canalization rats, and he used to say that they only focus on the negative parts. And now for the same complaints, he's saying that it was the worst pay-per-view ever. It was terrible. And it is all because of Robert Baxter and Dexter 10, and Engin has nothing to do with that. So clearly, he already started to create a negative energy towards those guys. I'm not saying it's incorrect, but I'm just saying what he was doing. And it's also a difficult time for the athletes too. Because if you are asked to show your support to Engin by making a community post or a YouTube video and you don't comply, you choose to remain silent, you are automatically Engin's enemy, or in Engin's word, the enemy of the sport. Even now, I got a comment saying that Igor did it for the money and Engin is doing for the love of the sport. Really? Engin sold East vs West for a couple of $1 million, and that may be the biggest reason why it's falling apart now. If Engin never got greedy for money, if he never sold it, then East vs West would still be standing intact today. And forget about that, as soon as he sold it, as soon as he got the money in his account, now he's out there to destroy the league. Why? Probably to ask the arm wrestlers to revolt against them and gather them once again and maybe start a new league all over again and sell that too for a couple of $1 million a couple of years later. I'm telling you, this is going to happen.
All of these people, and thank you very much. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. Hey!
I don't know how many of these arm wrestlers are contracted athletes. It would be interesting to see what their take is. I would like to see what Devon has to say more about this subject. Vitali is also contracted. He's silent. Monster Michael Todd is also contracted. He's silent. Paul Lynn is silent. So there may be many other arm wrestlers who remain silent on this topic because they are contracted. They may still stay with East vs West. And some of them may revolt too. Engin must have told them that these contracts have no value, they have no restrictions in real life once you are overseas. They are only applicable in just America, not anywhere else. So this is my take on this. I'm not saying Robert is doing perfect job. I'm not saying these arm wrestlers are lying. I'm not saying Robert is better than Engin. But I can see all through this plan. I saw it even before it happened. I'm seeing this since last couple of months. Thanks for watching. Like the video and I'll see you again.